The Complete Human Gymnasium. Introduction. Why we need a human gym. Welcome to the Complete Human Gymnasium. Before I explain how it works, I want to start with a simple question. What happens to us when artificial intelligence can do more and more of the things we used to do ourselves? AI can already help us write, calculate, translate, search, remember, organize, design, communicate, and solve problems. And this is only the beginning. This is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it can give us something extremely valuable: more time. But there is another side to this opportunity. When we stop using a capacity, we may stop developing it. If we always ask technology to remember for us, we may practice remembering less. If we always ask technology to think through a problem for us, we may practice thinking through difficult problems less. If we spend most of our time sitting behind screens, we may use our bodies less. If technology constantly decides what we should look at next, we may practice directing our own attention less. This is one of the challenges of the AI age. We can outsource our tasks without wanting to outsource ourselves. The Complete Human Gymnasium was created to address this challenge. This is not a gym for machines. A normal gym helps you exercise your body. You go there because you know something important. Your body becomes stronger when you use it. We believe the same principle can be applied to the whole human being. Your attention can be trained. Your perception can be trained. Your ability to stay calm under pressure can be trained. Your creativity can be trained. Your ability to communicate can be trained. Your ability to make decisions can be trained. Your physical awareness can be trained. Your emotional awareness can be trained. Your capacity to work with others can be trained. Your ability to adapt can be trained. And many other human capacities can be developed through practice. That is what the Complete Human Gymnasium is about. It is a place to practice being human. Why practice? Most people already know a lot. We have books, courses, podcasts, videos, apps, artificial intelligence. We have more information available than any generation before us. But information is not the same as ability. You can watch 100 videos about swimming and still not know how to swim. You can read about breathing and still not know how to regulate your breathing under pressure. You can understand creativity and still struggle to create. You can know that exercise is good for you and still not exercise. There is a missing step: practice. The human gym is built around that missing step. You don't simply learn something. You try it. You observe what happens. You practice again. You improve. You use it in your life. And then you learn something else. One technique at a time. There is another important difference. We don't want to give you hundreds of things to do at once. That is one of the problems with many online programs. You register, you receive a huge library. There are dozens of modules, hundreds of videos, thousands of pages, and eventually you don't know where to start. We take the opposite approach, one technique at a time. You receive a practice, you learn what it is, you try it, you practice it, you reflect on your experience, you return to the community, and when you are ready, you move forward. Over time, these techniques accumulate. One technique becomes 2, 2 become 5, 5 become 10. Eventually, you have a growing repertoire of things you can actually do. That is how competence is built. The 1% principle. We don't expect you to transform your life overnight. We focus on small improvements. 1%. A little more attention, a little better breathing, a little better awareness, a little more control, a little more clarity, a little more consistency, a little more courage, a little more creativity. These small improvements can compound over time. This is inspired by the principle of Kaizen, continuous improvement. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to keep moving. 1% better is enough for today. You don't need more time. One of the most important things about the human gym is that it is designed for real life. You may have a job, a business, children, projects, travel, responsibilities. You may have a completely unpredictable schedule. So we don't expect you to spend hours every day in a classroom. The basic practice can be very short. You can start with 2 minutes. You can practice for 5 minutes. You can continue for 10 minutes. And when you have the time, you can practice for 20 minutes or longer. The important thing is not the perfect amount of time. The important thing is that you return to the practice. Your body is part of the classroom. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need a special room. You don't need a laboratory. For most practices, you need your body, your attention, an internet connection, and sometimes a pen and paper. Some practices involve movement. Some involve breathing. Some involve perception. Some involve balance. Some involve attention. Some involve drawing or writing. Some involve fitness. Some involve interaction with other people. And some can be practiced completely by yourself. The point is to bring learning out of the screen and into your life. Your body becomes part of the learning environment. You are not alone. There is another problem with self-development. You can know exactly what you should do and still not do it. We all know this experience. You decide, tomorrow I will practice. Tomorrow comes. You become busy. You forget. Another day passes, then another. This is why the human gym includes a community of practice. You don't have to depend on a teacher every day, but you also don't have to practice completely alone. Every fourth day, the community comes together for a short live practice. You can join one of the available practice windows. For approximately 20 minutes, we practice together. You receive guidance. You can ask questions. You can observe. You can practice. Then you return to your own life. This creates a simple rhythm. Practice by yourself. Return to the community. Receive guidance. Practice again. Structure without losing your freedom. We designed the system around a simple balance. Too little structure and people often stop practicing. Too much structure and people feel trapped. So the human gym gives you a rhythm without trying to control your whole day. The community gives you the anchor. Your own life gives you the freedom. You decide when to practice between the community sessions. You can practice in the morning, during a break, in the afternoon, in the evening. You can practice for 2 minutes or 20. The system does not ask you to organize your life around the program. It is designed to fit into your life. The smart applications. Technology is part of the human gym, but we use technology differently. We don't want technology to do your development for you. We want technology to help you practice. You will have access to several smart applications. The Coherence application helps you work with attention, breathing, rhythm, and the matrix Q approach to hypergeometry. The Oracle can give you a practice to explore, so you can enter at different moments and receive something useful to do. The Fractal Time application helps you structure focused periods of practice, and the audio lessons give you instructions and explanations that you can listen to and then put into practice. The technology provides the structure, you provide the effort. That distinction is important. The app cannot become coherent for you. The app cannot breathe for you. The app cannot develop your attention for you. The app cannot practice for you. It can only help you begin. The Survival Kit. As a member, you also receive access to the Survival Kit. Think of it as your growing personal library for human development. It contains audio lessons, explanations, instructions, and practical exercises. New material can be added over time. You don't have to consume everything. You don't have to finish the entire library. You use what you need. Listen, practice, return, repeat. The Survival Kit is there whenever you need another practice, another explanation, or another way to explore your development. Learning how to learn. Before going deeply into advanced practices, there is something even more important. Learning how to learn. How do you pay attention? How do you practice correctly? How do you notice what is happening? How do you know whether you are improving? How do you use feedback? How do you stay consistent? How do you make a practice smaller when you don't have time? How do you return after missing several days? These are also competencies. So the human gym includes preliminary practices that help you become better at learning itself. Because when you learn how to learn, every future practice becomes more effective. From practice to competence. The goal is not to collect audio lessons. The goal is not to collect badges. The goal is not to say, I watched everything. The goal is, can you actually do it? That is why the program is progressive. You begin with a foundation technique. You practice. You return to the community. You receive guidance. When you demonstrate that you are ready, you can progress. You receive another technique, then another. Slowly, your repertoire grows. This is the beginning of the Quicksilver pathway. The Quicksilver Foundation. Quicksilver represents the foundational training of the complete human being. It is not one skill. It is a growing set of human competencies. You will encounter practices connected to the 12 primordial elements, the 12 human faculties, the wisdom of 12 civilizations, and the broader Matrix Q framework. But you don't need to understand all of that before you begin. You begin with one practice, then another, then another. The architecture is underneath the journey. You discover the system by practicing it. From imitation to creation. There is an old way of learning that we value. At the beginning, you imitate. You learn the basic movement. You follow the instructions. You repeat. You develop accuracy. Then you understand the principles behind what you are doing. After that, you can begin to adapt. You can improvise, and eventually you can create your own variations. This is the path. Imitate, understand, improvise, create. We use this principle throughout the human gym. You don't need to be creative immediately. First, learn the practice, then understand it, then make it your own. What are you really building? You are building a repertoire of human capacities. You are learning how to use your body, your attention, your perception, your creativity, your emotions, your judgment, your relationships, your ability to collaborate, your ability to adapt, your ability to create, your ability to stay coherent. And as these competencies grow, something else happens. Your knowledge and experience become more useful. Your abilities become more visible. Your competencies become more transferable. They can become human assets. This is the foundation of the new human economy. The bigger idea: artificial intelligence is changing the economy. Many tasks that once required human time will increasingly be automated. This does not mean humans become less valuable. It means the source of human value can change. If machines can do more of the routine work, we have an opportunity to invest more deeply in the qualities and capabilities that humans can develop. The answer is not to reject AI. The answer is to become better at using it. Let AI become your tool. Don't let it become your substitute for living. Use technology. Think for yourself. Move your body. Practice your attention. Create. Collaborate. Learn. Adapt. Develop. Stay capable. Stay curious. Stay human. From understanding to practice. Now you understand why this matters. The world is changing. Artificial intelligence is taking over more and more tasks. And the more we outsource, the more important it becomes to consciously develop the capacities that make us human. But knowing this is not enough. You have to practice. That's why we created the Complete Human Gymnasium community of practice. A place where you can develop your human competencies through small, practical increments with a rhythm that fits into real life. You don't need to become an expert. You don't need to spend hours every day. You simply start. One practice, one day, 1% improvement at a time. Your first step is the €100 registration, which includes your orientation workshop, your introduction to the smart applications, and your first access to the survival kit. Then, if you want to continue, community membership is €50 per month. If you feel that now is the right time to start cultivating the capacities that will matter even more in the age of AI, join us. Don't just understand the future, prepare yourself for it. Join the Complete Human Gymnasium. Stay human.